Hello everyone, by the way, I am here, don't worry. Yes, so I am playing today, tonight, I am playing Super Mario Bros. 3 on the Super Nintendo, aka the All-Star Pack cartridge thing. I would play the NES version, but that one, our cartridge is kind of fucked up where it just plays in slow motion. It's really weird. But this is still good. This is pretty much a better quality one anyway, so I'm kind of playing the best version I could without playing the mini SNES. Anyway, blah blah blah. I hope you're enjoying your day, night, whatever it is, and just doing something here. Just doing something super important. Just give me a sec. Just checking stuff. Checking official stuff that only I would understand. Anyway. Alright. Drinking my tea. There's no camera this time. Wow, scary. Can't see my face. Died on the first Goomba. Only happens live when I'm playing alone. I'm not as retarded. I'm still retarded, but okay, that's jump. Okay, cool. I got it. So yes, this is a huge game from my childhood. This music just sends me right back to being something like 8 or 9, 7, 8 or 9, in the living room of our New Zealand house. Cold, most likely. We had a fireplace, which is really uncommon in Australia, but it's quite common in New Zealand to have fireplaces. And I remember the fire being on, and yeah, just watching my brother mainly playing Super Mario Bros. 3, and he was the game finisher. He's 2 years older than me, so where I was 8, he would be 10. So he was a lot more competent at games than I was. I think I had Super Mario Bros. 2. That was my game, even though my dad bought it for me. That was still my game. But I never finished it. I watched my brother finishing it. I have finished it now that I'm an adult. I've finished it. But yeah, anyway, this music is very nostalgic. Just sends me back to the taste of for fuck's sake, taste of death. No, the taste of milk and sugar. That's what I had. I just poured myself glasses of milk and sugar and watched my brother play Super Mario Bros. 3. And we used to have these kids that came over and demanded their time on our NES, and we're like, oh, we're to share. And it was so unfair because we didn't want to. It was our thing. Nintendo was our thing. Because I think it was, well, my brother and I really connected with Mario Brothers. We thought we were it was almost like we were the Mario Brothers. Because it all started when my dad gave us a choice between Sega and Nintendo, and we chose the NES because our cousins had an NES with Mario Brothers, and we loved Mario Brothers, and so we got that, and instantly my brother became Mario and I was Luigi, even though he's taller than me, but I'm the younger brother, so I'm Luigi, and I'm player 2, so I'm Luigi. And even so much, we loved the Mario Brothers so much. My brother will kill me for telling the story, but in primary school, which would be elementary school, we wanted the teachers to call us Mario and Luigi respectively, and only one teacher played along, Miss Karen. I remember her name, Miss Karen, and she she actually called us Mario and Luigi for the rest of that year, pretty much. Like, for the rest of the time she was a teacher at that school. She called me Luigi instead of David, and Mario instead of my brother's name. which was really nice of her, and she must have thought we were complete nuts. But we were that obsessed with Mario Brothers because we thought we were the Mario Brothers, right? We were the brothers that would never split up, and we used to go on oh, look at that. We used to go on little adventures together, and we'd try and find the Mushroom Kingdom in our garage by just digging with our hands. We wanted to find the Mushroom Kingdom. I remember that so vividly. It was so nuts and crazy. But that was the way we coped, I guess, because we were poor. I'm not going to beat around the bush. My dad is a single dad, and he was a single dad for most of our lives. And he was doing the best he could, but he had his own issues dealing with. But he never took it out on us. You know, he was a good dad. I don't know how he did it, but he never took it out on us. And he gave us, you know, Nintendo. Like, that's something I would always be grateful for. Maybe he's not so grateful for it, but I can't thank my dad enough for buying us that NES. As much as he couldn't afford it, he somehow got an NES for us. And a Game Boy for Tim. Even though the Game Boy took all the attention away from me, from my brother. That's his name, Tim. I just mentioned his name. Oh well. Too late now. But yeah. Yeah, so we were poor. My dad was struggling. And so Nintendo was our only real escape. Our only real connection to something that wasn't drab. You know, like, it was colourful. It was, I don't know, I'm just guessing. I was too young to really know my psychology. You know, like, I'm just guessing this is why. I'm guessing this is why well, at least I clung on to Nintendo and Mario so much. It's because of that, because I didn't grow up with a mum. So it was that security and family, you know, like, and the Mario Brothers were family, and I didn't really know it was just a video game back then. It was, you know, these were Mario Brothers, you know, it was so real to me, because I was just a kid, right? But that stuff is ingrained in my head now, and so this music just takes me back. This music means, it's like brotherhood to me. It means my older brother. It means protection. It means I'm safe. You know, I'm at home watching my brother. But now I'm playing, obviously. It'd be weird if I got my brother over just to play while I talk. But I feel like I'm stuck in the past sometimes. I'm the only one sort of reminiscing. I'm 32 this year, and I'm talking about an 8-year-old kid who used to watch his older brother play Super Mario Bros. 3. I remember my dad, you know, trying to maintain some sort of control over how much we played, or how much my brother played, and my brother would sneak up at night and keep playing Super Mario Bros. 3, because there was no save files, so he would have to not turn off the console and just pause it and then go to bed, but wake up in the middle of the night and continue playing. And if my dad, one night my dad got up for some reason or another, to go to the bathroom or whatever, and my brother was there playing Super Mario Bros. 3, and he was there, he remembers covering the power light with his hand while my dad did whatever. But he was there in the shadows, just determined to finish Mario Bros. 3. I remember that. I do remember fighting Bowser, though. I remember myself fighting Bowser. Whether my brother got me up to the last boss and had let me try or not, but I do remember attempting it, and I remember how scary Bowser was. And we knew him as King Koopa though. But yeah, it was Bowser. With those big spiky blocks and just how big he was. And yeah. So yeah, that's how special this game is. This game is my childhood. This game is just very special to me. And a lot of people don't today, even people my age, you know, like who didn't grow up with games or anything like that, who were never gamers, don't get really how special gaming is and why we keep these games and why we want these games in our lives. And yet they might collect records, or they might have baseball cards or something like that, you know, or Pogs. And something I wouldn't understand, but I can understand the nostalgia. I can understand nostalgia and how special something is to people. So, you know, like with emulation and stuff, this is the reason why I don't see them as the same. Like, people can say, oh, it's the same game. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you just play it on this? Why do you... Like, even if I made a 3D printed or an NES and a 3D printed cartridge of Mario Bros. 3 with the ROM on it, why wouldn't you feel the same? It's because I use this analogy. If you did the same to a record that you grew up with, or an LP that you grew up with, a vinyl, and you would prefer to just listen to it on a record player, preferably a record player made in the time when you were a kid, you know, so it sounded exactly the same, and you knew that that thing existed, that physical thing existed when you were a kid. It's just, it brings you back even more. And that's why I always prefer physical to emulation. I'm not against emulation, unless you're costing companies money. If you go ahead and emulate Switch games, yes, I'm against that. But if you're just privately emulating games, like NES games or whatever, I don't care. But I don't want to do it personally. I would prefer the original cartridge, because I'm a very sensitive, nostalgic 32-year-old that prefers holding the physical thing in my hand and bringing myself back to those times that meant the world to me, you know. Yeah. I also remember a project in primary school where we had to create our own cover for our notebooks. So we had to draw our own cover or whatever. It was weird. So I traced the Mario you see on the thumbnail for the stream. I traced the Mario flying with his little raccoon tail onto the front cover of my notebook. And even though I didn't draw it, I was still proud of my tracing skills. I was like, oh, look how good I am at drawing. I didn't really know what drawing was, I guess. But I was really proud of it, and I was like, I just remember doing that and using that notebook at school and going, look, I got Mario on my notebook. So silly. But yeah, I really love Nintendo, obviously. I think that's why I became a Nintendo fanboy. It's because I couldn't explain it at the time, but it was just the simple fact that Nintendo was my world. It was my escape. It had all the characters that helped me through childhood and teenagehood. And I could never forget that, you know. Yeah, I forgot about these guys. But yeah, if you're listening to the stream or watching post-stream after my stream, let me know in the comments below if you have the same sort of nostalgia for this game, or what kind of games you have nostalgia for, and what they mean to you. You don't have to go into personal detail, but if you don't want to. But yeah, just let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if I'm not the only one feeling old and facing this mortality. Don't worry, I'm not. I don't have cancer or anything. Touch wood. Oh. I died in Super Mario Bros. 3. I'll never die in real life. Okay, no, that's not true. We're all gonna die. So hope you're having a good night. Anyway, yeah. How long have I been going on for? Probably not long, eh? Is there a way to check how long I've been going for? Oh well, let's just at least complete this world. Because I do have work in the morning. How boring is that? I can never be one of those guys that cares about work. No, I mean, like, I'll care enough to do my job, but I would never, I don't know, let work absorb my soul and everything about me. Work's there to pay the rent, you know. I'm there at work to say, hey, look, I'm at work. Keep hiring me, you know, keep me hired. But yeah, this is where I'm at. This is my happy place. I'm glad I can share. I'm glad I can live in a world and a time. 8-year-old Dave would never imagine playing live Super Mario Bros. 3 on Super Nintendo to whoever out there, you know. I didn't even know where America was, you know. Being in the Shire, New Zealand. Doom Ship. Every time this music plays on like the recent Mario games like Odyssey and Galaxies, oh man, that feeling. It goes in, baby. It goes in. Don't worry about that. But yeah, this music is great. It's some of the best video game music in this game. Mario is actually fat in these days. He's got an eating problem. He's still kind of chubby in Odyssey, but he's working on it. I don't think we'll ever see a skinny Mario. That'd be a weird day. Woohoo! First wand get. I remember I thought we would never see the Koopa Kids again until they came back in one of the new Super Mario Bros. Games or Mario Kart or something. But there was a period of time where the Koopa Kids just didn't show up again. And I was like, no, I love them so much. But thank God Nintendo brought them back. And I think STG, by the way, if you haven't checked out STG yet, check out STG Gaming on YouTube. He does great Let's Plays and streams. He's a good guy. Anyway, he said, and I agree with him, that instead of the Broodals in Mario Odyssey, there should be the Koopa Kids. Kind of agree with that. It's kind of a missed opportunity. Maybe Nintendo were getting sick of putting their Koopa Kids in everything, but we love them. It's like you put Bowser and Peach, and the same story and everything. Why not put Koopa Kids in there? By the way, I don't know any of the shortcuts or anything like that. Bugger it. Ah. Alright. Bring. Let's keep it going. It's a me, a Mario. I sound like Wario. I still remember seeing Wario for the first time on Game Boy. As the villain in Super Mario Land 6 golden coins. Something like that. Oh, I should have taken all those coins. Damn it. Noob. Ow. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna quit pretty soon. I just wanted to do a short little stream. I didn't expect anyone to show up really. But yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing now and then. Nighttime streams. Because if all else fails, people can watch them in post, right? On YouTube. And it can kind of be like a Let's Play. Sort of vloggy Let's Play. But if you happen to catch it live, then that's even better. I've always got my guitar on standby. It's always there. Whether I'm streaming or not. Let's just defeat this... Boom, what do you call these guys? Boom booms? Is that what they call them? I think they're called boom booms. The mini bosses in these things. Fortresses. No! Piece of shit. Ah! Just too busy yelling at the mushroom. Don't forget the booze. There's a way to save because there's files in this, so I'm pretty sure there's a way to save in this All-Star cartridge. So I could save it and maybe pick it up another night. So these are almost therapeutic to me, like talking about my childhood, and it's like talking to an invisible therapist that doesn't comment. It's letting it all out, letting it outside of my head, because this is all that's on my head. Not this time, mushroom. This is all inside my head most of the time now. As I get older, I'm just like, oh, I wish it was the good old days again. And I've got plenty of games that remind me of the good old days. Good old days. Good old days. Check out this shit. Watch this. Shit, I'm good. Probably the wrong door, eh? No, that's right. Da 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 da. And next one, please. We done here. We done. Celebrate. Jump. Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video / stream, whether you watched it live or afterwards. And I hope you enjoy your day or night. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to comment. Feel free to comment down below. And subscribe, hit the bell. You know what to do. Alright guys, thank you so much. And bye. Bye bye.